Hey guys, it's Ricky in the Flip Lab, and today I'm going to go over how to make your first $5,000 in real estate. Now guys, I get this question a lot. Hey Ricky, I don't have a lot of money. How do I get started in real estate? Now, a lot of people will say, start wholesaling, but I think even before you start wholesaling deals, there's a real easy way that you can start making money in real estate fast. So I'm going to go over exactly what that is. The concept is called bird dogging. So essentially it's like wholesaling, but you don't have to worry about the contracts. You don't have to worry about negotiations. All you have to worry about doing is finding a motivated seller, finding a good situation. I'm going to go over a few ways of exactly how to find those types of sellers. Also, please smash that subscribe button and comment below who you want to see on the podcast. It's only local in Phoenix, so comment below any real estate investors, entrepreneurs, people you want to see on the Flip Lab. Let me know.
Yeah, truest product of my environment. Bounce back something like Jordan out of retirement. Everything gravy and all according to plan. Drop the ball, made room to fit the word in my hands. Pride aside, I came too far to go back. What I'm after can't be bought with a duffel of cash. Took a lot of strength to lift what I got in my bag. Wouldn't take a thing at all to make up what I lack. Not to say I got it all, but I do got it like that. Built an empire.
Okay guys, so now it's time for the fun part, and that's hunting for deals. So all you have to do is you could be on your couch, you could be on the computer, but you have to go on a Google Street View, and you just pretty much drive around on your computer looking for houses that are distressed. So what I mean by distressed, just messed up. They might have, the roof's caving in. It has overgrown grass. It has trash all over the place. The house just looks like it's been vacated for a long time. So you're just looking for any signs of that, and then you want to find those owners. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So here we are. You come to Google, and I dropped us in Trenton, New Jersey, because if you want to find a shitty property, go to Trenton. You'll see a bunch. So it brings up a point, though. You don't want to be in the nicest areas in the town that you're looking to buy houses in. So there's not a lot of distressed properties in $1 million neighborhoods. But at the same time, you don't want to be in the absolute hood where everything looks like a distressed property. So right in between, in the middle, is kind of where you want to be when you're looking for these houses. Let's drive around the town. Let's see what we got going on. So all these look pretty good. This one, see this one? Let's zoom in on this guy. 930 Genesee Street, or 940. So always double check that too. Make sure you look at the actual house address and not just trust what Google's telling you, because sometimes those numbers are different. So I'm adding this house because look at it. It looks horrible. The roof is all fucked up. The stairs, it looks like the concrete, the concrete on the bottom hasn't been painted in years. It just doesn't look like it's in very good shape. There's a good chance this owner would want to sell this property. So now all we have to do is we copy the address, go to the site called truepeoplesearch.com. You're going to hit reverse address. We're going to change it to 930 Genesee Street. And here comes a list of the owners. Now, this is essentially free skip tracing. So there's a good chance that these numbers are not going to be as accurate as some paid skip tracing. But for this video, we're trying to find deals using no money. So it will do. Then once you have their phone number, what you're going to want to do is just call them up and see if they want to sell their house. So it's a really simple conversation. You call them up. Hey, Bob, this is Ricky. I'm looking to buy houses in Trenton, New Jersey. I was just wondering if you have any interest in selling 930 Genesee Street. See what they have to say. If they say yes, keep digging into why they want to sell and then try to qualify them, right? So what you're really trying to figure out is, are they in a motivated situation to sell? Are they distressed? So you're trying to figure out the situation with the seller. Do they have a tenant in there that hasn't paid rent in months? Maybe they just lost their job and they need to be cashed out, or they don't have money for repairs that just need to get done with the house. Maybe they moved out of state and now they just want to get rid of the property. There has to be some type of a situation. Maybe they inherited it. Maybe they got divorced recently and now they're just looking for an easy sale. So you're trying to find that distress. I can't stress how distress is the most important part of this conversation. The house doesn't matter as much. We know the house is messed up after looking at it on here. We don't have to talk about the house too much. But there must be a reason why the seller is going to sell at a discount, which is how we have to buy these houses if you want to get paid. So let's say you're talking to the seller and he goes, okay, yeah, I'm looking to sell because I just inherited this property. It was my dad's. I don't want any part of it. I live out of state. Those would be all great things. So try to get an asking price out of them. If you're just going to sell the property as is cash, what would be the least amount you would take? See what number that they're going to give you. They're going to ask you for a number, but try to tell them, hey, you've had this property. You probably know what it's worth. I haven't even looked at it yet. So before my team takes time and underwrites this deal, I just want to see if we might be in the same ballpark. So try to get a range of at least what they might be willing to sell the house for. If they're selling it for cash, as is, no repairs, you're paying the closing costs, see what they'll say. So then you just kind of want to come on Zillow or Realtor and just try to see an estimate of what the house might be worth. So Realtor's saying it might be worth $76,000. I know this area of Trenton, I know usually row homes kind of like this are going for, $70,000, $80,000 if they're all fixed up. So all of a sudden, let's say you're talking to the seller and you ask them, what's the least amount you'd be willing to take? And they tell you 30 grand. Right off the bat, you know that there's probably a good deal there because there's a distressed situation and you looked online and it seems like that's a lot cheaper than what values are showing you. So look at the Zestimate, try to look at comps. I'll go into another video going over detailed comps and how to do that. But it could be as simple as just looking at the Zestimate on Zillow, just trying to figure out on realtor.com or these other sites what the property might be worth. So now the next step is you need to find a buyer. So this is really easy. So go onto Google and what you want to type in is just sell my house fast. Sell my fast. Let's go Trenton, New Jersey. So now a list of all these websites are going to come up. These are going to be your buyers. So this is actually our website right here. So then all you have to do is give these guys a phone call. Give them a ring and say, I have this seller. They have this property that they're looking to sell at 930 Genesee Street. Would you be interested in it? You're going to talk to a guy like me. I'll say, sure, what's the situation? What's the price? You're going to say, the situation, he's distressed. He wants an easy, quick sale. He's asking 30 grand. Is that something you might be interested in? I'll take a look at it. And if it seems like it might be a deal, all you have to do then is just get in contact with the seller and say, hey, my partner's going to come walk the property one time. We just need to see it once. If everything lines up, we'll contract it at the property and it's a done deal. At that point, your work is done. You sent me, the end buyer, the deal. So now all I have to do is go in and close on it. And if I do, I'll just pay you a finder's fee. So all you have to do is find the property. I pay you a finder's fee of $5,000 or $10,000, just depending on the deal. Sometimes it might just be $1,000 if the deal's tight. Sometimes it could be up to $10,000 or even more if you find a really good deal. But I think even more important than that is you're really going to learn how to build relationships with buyers, and they'll be able to show you how to, evaluate properties, what to look for, why a deal is good, why a deal is bad. So these are valuable, relationships that you're going to build. So all you have to do, guys, go on to Google. Step one, go on a Street View, drive around, areas, or drive in your car. It doesn't even have to be on the computer. If you want to, go outside, get some fresh air, get some sun, just drive around town and do the same thing. When you find a property that is distressed, all you're going to want to do is go on truepeoplesearch.com. You do a reverse address lookup. You type in the address, phone numbers are going to come out. Then what do? You see if the seller wants to sell. If he says yes, you try to figure out if the seller is distressed. Does he want a quick, easy sale? Try to get a bottom dollar asking price from him. If we're buying it cash, as is, quick, easy sale, we're paying all the closing costs. Get them to their bottom number. That bottom number seems reasonable after you look on Zestimate, after you try to kind of figure out what the property's worth looking on the internet. Then you type in, sell my house fast, city, state that you're looking in. Call the top 3 or 4 guys, say you have this property. Are you interested? Tell them the price, the situation, kind of the condition of it. If you guys are in the same price range, then you just set up an appointment for them to go to the property. They'll take care of the rest. They'll buy the house. They'll get it under contract. Now you learned how to identify a good deal. And now you're going to build a relationship with that end buyer, and he's going to be able to help you out with future deals to come. So this is the easiest and best strategy to start finding deals. I see way too much of people getting right into wholesaling and they're contracting bad deals and then they're not selling deals. And that makes the whole industry of wholesaling and flipping sucks in off-market deals, because I see so many new people, they're contracting deals with sellers and then they're not actually closing the deal. So this is a way to avoid that. You don't have to know all the ins and outs when you're first starting out, but you just do the gritty work. The 7-figure investor, he's not going to sit on his computer all day looking up on Google, driving around for houses and making these cold calls, but it's something that you should be doing when you're first starting out to learn how to identify deals. If you get good at finding deals and how to identify deals, the rest of real estate is super easy.
So you hear a lot of different answers on the internet of like what to start doing. A lot of people recommend wholesaling. A lot of people recommend, buying your first rental and saving up money and putting 20% down. In my opinion, there's no better way to get started than just learning how to find deals. So what I mean by that is you don't have to know anything about real estate to start finding deals, to start making money, and more importantly, I think that even making a quick $5,000 this is going to be a way to bring value to other investors in your area, that you get access to that. You bring someone a deal, now they're going to see value in you and they're going to want to kind of bring you in and help you out on deals that you have, which is critical. If you don't have enough money to join, some expensive mentorship, or you don't know people that are doing what you want to be doing, you want to develop relationships. But if you just try to message, a successful flipper in your area and say, hey, can we go get lunch? He's probably going to just blow you off. But if you bring him a deal and he ends up buying that deal and you make some money and he has a good flip, now I bet you're going to be able to develop a strong relationship with that person and they're going to be able to help you for deals to come. So guys, this is all you have to start doing to start generating leads. It's the gritty work that the 7-figure investor doesn't want to be doing, but when you're starting out, this is what you should be focused on.
Too much on my shoulder to call it a chip. Must have missed your call by not calling it quits. Notoriously big as small as it gets.